But there's other news. Did you hear this? A federal judge has decided to make permanent an injunction overturning Arizona's ban on issuing driver's licenses to young immigrants who were brought to the U.S. illegally as children. These are the dreamers. Judge David Campbell, Federal District Court, issued the permanent injunction yesterday, citing the irreparable harm caused to the young immigrants by not being able to have a license under an executive order issued by the former governor, Jan Brewer. Ms. Brewer, who left office this month, argued that President Obama did not have the authority to act unilaterally in deferring deportations. See, who cares about the law? The federal judge doesn't care about the law. The law, I mean, big deal. Illegal aliens have a civil right to drive in our country, the judge said, and there's nobody that can say otherwise. The governor of Arizona and whoever else in Arizona who tried to prevent illegals from getting driver's licenses, they don't have that right. Everybody knows, because I'm proclaiming it today as a federal judge, that illegal aliens have a civil right to drive in the U.S. And furthermore, do you know what else? They don't have to have insurance. Illegal aliens can get a driver's license, and they don't have to have insurance. In the ruling, Judge Campbell cited examples of penalized immigrants, including one man unable to pursue a career as a firefighter because a local department required a driver's license, and a graphic designer whose days were consumed by commuting by public transportation to meet clients because couldn't get a driver's license. And that's not fair. It's not fair. These illegals are contributing mightily to our society. The illegals are contributing mightily to our culture. And look at, they're firefighters and they're graphic designers, and they have to take public transportation or they can't get hired. It isn't fair. So, federal judge said, I'm going to let them have driver's licenses, which you may be saying, so what, Rush? What do you oppose? A driver's license is what? It's a photo ID. What do you get to do with that? Vote. It's about voting, folks. It isn't about driving. It's not about driver's licenses. It's not about automobile insurance. It's about finding a way for the illegal aliens to start voting sooner than anybody thought possible. I mean, you go to the right Democrat precinct, you got a driver's license, it doesn't matter you're registered or not. They'll find a way to get you to vote. So that's what this is all about. By the way, I thought, aren't the employers of these illegal aliens breaking the law? I mean, graphic designers hiring illegals, that's not legal, right? And fire departments hiring illegals, that's not legal, right? I guess it is. Well, the judge said that he's going to ignore those laws because there's a human need, a human civil right need for illegals to be able to drive. You can't be an American if you can't drive. And so all these other laws, I'm brooming them. And that's what happened. Meanwhile, on the subject of Arizona, this is from our old buddies at Campus Reform. Headline, White Professor Teaches Problem of Whiteness course at Arizona State. Arizona State University students can now learn about the problem of whiteness in America. University is offering an English class to its students this semester called Studies in American Literature/Culture, U.S. Race Theory, and the Problem of Whiteness. This is an English class. According to the description of the class, the ASU website, students will be reading The Possessive Investment in Whiteness. That's a title. Critical Race Theory, Everyday Language of White Racism, Playing in the Dark, and The Alchemy of Race and Rights. At the time of publication, 18 students were enrolled in the course, offered at Arizona State's Tempe campus. Students can receive 3 credits for successfully completing the course. Here again, the reading material. Let me go through the list again. Possessive Investment in Whiteness, Critical Race Theory, Everyday Language of White Racism, Playing in the Dark, and the alchemy of race and rights. James Malone, a junior economics major, student, i.e., said to Campus Reform, I think it shows the significant double standard of higher education institutions. They would never allow a class talking about the problem of blackness. And if they did, there'd be an uproar about it. But you can certainly harass people for their apparent whiteness. Come on, Mr. Malone. Everybody knows black men's greed doesn't run a world in need. That's white men's greed doing that. Quote Jeremiah Wright. So, big news out of Arizona. You're not going to hear about this anywhere today, more than likely. Well, you might, but you're not going to hear about it in the news media. Because there isn't any